Hi, this is Michael. You've got an org chart, boxes and arrows. Who reports to who? Who's responsible for what? But whenever you put a box around something, what do you inevitably create? Silos, barriers. What you create is us versus them. Always, always, always. So when you're thinking of your org chart, the question to ask yourself is, how can you manage the space between the boxes? How can you manage the space between the boxes? This is where the battles occur. This is where the breakdowns occur. Yet we're so consumed with what happens here, we forget that this is where the problems occur. Let me give you 4 ways to manage the space between the boxes. Number 1, have a manager, maybe a VP, of a process that cuts across functions. Somebody tasked with coordinating those things, integrating those things. For example, a number of companies now have a manager of the customer experience. Somebody who ensures that whether the customer is touching sales, customer service, warranties, shipping, whoever, they get a standard of service that's identical. So have somebody who manages a process that cuts across functions. Number 2, maybe you have a cross-functional team of people who deal with a common issue. If customer complaints is an issue, you take a couple of people from customer service, take a couple of people from sales, a couple of people from operations, and put them on a cross-functional team. Number 3, you take the people who head these boxes and you handcuff them together with part of their compensation, their variable compensation, so they have a common interest in getting something done. Number 4, something we find very effective, is called the parachute program. Take somebody from one department, parachute them into another department for a day. So I'm going to spend a day shadowing you, figuring out how what I do impacts you, how what you do impacts me. Then I'm going to go back to my work group, give a 5-minute presentation. Here's what I learned on my day with you. What do those people always say? I had no idea. I thought I knew what these guys did. I had no idea. I thought we worked hard. I had no idea how hard they work. And when we messed this up, I had no idea how much grief it causes for them. I had no idea. When you have people walking in each other's shoes, seeing through their eyes, you build a ton of understanding. But you're also building rapport, because now we're spending a day together, finding out who each other is. Oh, you like dogs? Hey, let me show you a photo of our dog. Oh, you like baseball, right? Well, who's your team, right? Whatever it is, we're laying down those threads of rapport, so now when I go back, we have a relationship. I promise you, parachuting across the spaces between the boxes goes a long, long way to breaking down us versus them. So, how can you manage the space between the boxes? 4 ways. Have somebody, a manager, VP, who manages a process that cuts across those functions. 2, have a cross-functional team. 3, tie that incentive, that variable compensation, to that common thing you want those different groups doing. And number 4, implement the parachute program. Okay, take 90 seconds. Reflect and record. Reflect on where are those battles, those breakdowns occurring in your organization. And then record what is the one thing you will do to manage the space between the boxes.